Well, hey everyone, it's Marcus, and I'm in my jungle room. We're getting to the nuts and bolts of an incredible festival today that I'm really pumped for. It is, of course, the Feast Festival, and who else am I going to speak to but the Chief Executive Officer, Tish Naughton. Hey Tish, come in. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for having me because I know that you're busy because the Feast Festival runs from the 1st to the 23rd of November and it is not far away. You must be a busy
No.
beaver.
Yes, there's so much to organize still and yeah, 117 events this year.
That's the
Um
most ever, right?
well, it's not the biggest ever, it's the biggest in over a decade.
Yeah, wow.
Um but it's a lot.
And I mean, you run a really tight ship there. The team is really kind of concise.
Yeah.
Everyone works their butt off. So I can imagine the pressure in the Feast Festival office at the moment.
Yeah, and look, we try our best to help everyone, but the team of it's officially like 2.5 FTE, but there's four heads, but everyone has like their own role. And it's challenging because we have our own events to organise as well. So obviously, Picnic in the Park being the major event, there's so much that goes into organising a mass outdoor event with risk management, meetings with stakeholders, signage, traffic management. You've got 70 plus stall holders and you've got two stages of artist to program. So like there's a lot.
There's so much to unpack with you right now, Tish. Seriously, but let's start with the picnic in the park because for the
Yeah,
first year, it is going to be free. How exciting!
I
That
know.
and it's in
Um,
Whitmore Square.
yeah, so the City of Adelaide and AIDA, which is the Adelaide Economic Development Agency, backed us with additional funding for 3 years, which is really exciting because we didn't. I've been trying to make picnic free since I started here almost 3 years ago, but because like the cost to put on that one event is over 100 grand,
Mm.
we were reliant on ticket income. We just couldn't do it. So we're really grateful to have the support of the City of Adelaide. And so not only is it free, but we're now to the latest time ever. So we're now till 9 p.m. Normally picnic finishes at 7 p.m. And it's on a Saturday. And we also have a music headline act. So it's an eight-piece band, the Ukulele Death Squad,
They
which
are
is
amazing.
they are. We're so excited. Like it's a lot of really great changes this year. So we're really excited.
Oh, terrific. It's going to be so cool. Whitmore Square in the heart of everything, essentially. It's going to be a
And it's
great.
such a beautiful park. I've spent a lot of time there recently.
Yep.
Um, and there are so many trees, and they keep planting more trees,
Yep.
which is great. And yeah, it's got the sealed pathways, and there's like the inbuilt like lamps, and they're also putting festoon lighting in. So we're really excited about the new location as well.
And it's just across the road, of course, from our stunning Rainbow Walk as well.
Yeah, well, a little bit further up, but yeah,
It'll,
it's a
it,
good side of the city.
yeah, it's all good. Hey, but I mean, there's so much to celebrate this year, of course. I mean, there's always something to celebrate, but this year,
Hmm.
of course, we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the criminalization of homosexuality in South Australia. So, I mean, that's something to, celebrate, commemorate for sure. How has that taken a form of direction in this year's program?
We weaved it into our theme. So this year's theme is liberation. And we brought back the front cover art commission 3 years ago, which means that it's different to a competition. Like in a competition, you're asking artists to complete artwork, but we believe that all artists should be paid. So it's a commission, which means that people just sort of submit their ideas and what they're thinking, and then we pick one, and then we commission them to create the artwork. So the front cover is absolutely stunning. And Marcus, you have to see it in person. So our front cover artist will have the actual physical artwork in his exhibition, which is at the Prospect Town Hall,
Yep.
B&D. And it's like a collage and it's just it speaks so well to liberation and that theme. And the front cover artist Oscar has a little explanation in here. What is it, page 7, I believe, which talks about like his own little personal story. There he is, beautiful Oscar, um, about his like I guess ideation for the idea, and it's really great to see the different events that have been registered also on the theme. So there's forums, there's exhibitions. So the City of Adelaide are putting on an exhibition that they've got at Adelaide Town Hall and the City Library as well, for historical and different artworks. The Don Dunstan Foundation has an amazing, they've got a talk with Simon Royal, but also they have excerpts from Watershed, which was the opera that showcased at Adelaide Festival in 2022 that Feast helped fund. So there's so much
Yes.
amazing things.
You have been working behind the scenes for a long time because essentially, as soon as a feast festival finishes, you literally start working on the next one. You don't get much of a break at all, do you?
No, and more often than not, we're having to organize the following years further in advance,
Yeah.
particularly when it comes to venues,
Yeah.
because there are lots of things that impact people being able to get access to venues. Because we are open access, which means anyone can put on an event, we normally open up that part like for people to register an event in April, but we're finding like venues are getting harder to get into. So we're going to have to open that a bit earlier next year, I think. But lots of forward planning, particularly with the major events. And Adelaide's so busy now that you're competing against everyone else. And November used to be the quiet time, right? It was
Not
just Feast.
anymore.
And now everyone's coming into November. The beach volleyball's on this year. You've got Oz Asia that have gone later that sort of crosses over with our timeline. But it also means we can do co-pros. So we're sharing an artist between Oz Asia this year, which is AJ Lamarck. He's coming down. Um, he's going to be one of our headliners for the gala. So,
Yeah.
there are positives as well.
There's some good stuff going on. Hey, can you give
Yeah.
me any sneak peeks? What do you think some of your personal highlights might be? And I know they're all your children, they're all
I know, I know.
have you
I
got any
really
topics?
like some random things, right? Where things that we haven't seen before. So there's a really great, and this is just from like my assessment. I don't know the artists and haven't met them. I just know of them from being in the program. But Oily Rag Theatre. So this is they've created this walking tour specifically for Feast. Um, it's called The Dark Side of Carrington Street West.
Ooh.
So I'm assuming they'll dress up as performers. And so join Carrie and Sammy, two friendly spirits and former vaudeville performers from the 1800s, on a dark historical walking tour through Carrington Street West and its surrounds. They'll talk about the olden days, local drag theatre stars, sex workers, iconoclast pioneers, murderers, miscreants, and more. So I like when people like do a show but interweave it with history or parts of Adelaide. I think that's really clever. So I'm excited to attend that. It's a walking tour, and it's on. Normally, Feast is one show. People try to sell out the one show rather than have a season, but there's quite a few of the walking tours.
This is so good.
Um, yeah, there's a lot more things to do this year. So there's erotic pottery. There's paint and sip, so you can, paint your inner drag queen. Um, there's always the fabulous tour of the sauna on Pulteney Street. So for those curious and unsure, they can see it during the daylight.
Oh, something for everyone. And there's lots of
Yes.
family events as well, isn't there?
Yeah, we like to partner and support Rainbow Families. So they're a community group and they always have a film, and through them, you can actually get access to free family passes supported by Fertility SA. And so the film this year is Wild Robot. So families can attend that for free if you go via Rainbow Families SA. And they've also got a kids' disco in a nightclub, which is always
I too
fun.
old for that. Can I come along?
You can come.
Hey,
Yeah.
you had me at disco, darling. Speaking of disco, fun fact,
Yes.
Archer Hines and Casey Donovan are doing a great big Donna Summer disco night in Adelaide tonight.
Oh
Bang.
my God.
That's crazy.
Tonight.
So
Wow.
it's called Marsha Does Summer. I mean, who wouldn't want to go to that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Great.
next year it can go into the feast program.
Absolutely.
Hey, let
Yeah.
me ask you a big question, Tish.
Mm,
Let's go deep for a little bit.
sure.
Obviously 50 years of decriminalization of homosexuality in South Australia, we've come a long way. Do you still feel like we have got a long way to go? And that distance that we still have to travel, what do we need to do to make the world a better place, in your opinion?
Good question. And I think it's very geopolitical at the moment. And we are seeing laws be reversed around the world. And I think that that's a sign to us, right? That you can't stop fighting. And as soon as you become complacent, there are always people that will think we shouldn't exist, and don't believe that we're equal. And that's unfortunate. And it's not a matter of winning or trying to change people's minds, but what's really important is that we recognize that what we have won can be taken away at any time. And so we can't be complacent. And what that means is that it's more important for us to actually be a united community. Because a lot of people confuse the LGBTQI plus as a community, but we're actually a group of communities. So there's the lesbian community, there's the gay community, and within the gay community, there's all these other subsets. There's bears, there's leathermen. Um, and what can happen is with anything, right? Like what's happening at the moment is that like our trans sisters and brothers are the ones who are suffering the most and they are the target. And people will always target the weak and the vulnerable. And so it's our job to protect them. And so just as much as we need allies, heterosexual friends, to be allies to our whole community, we individually have to be allies to trans people. And so it's if they can come for one of us, they can come for all of us. And so the most important thing is that we just love each other, basically.
I love it. So I guess, in a nutshell, really, that's why, something like the Feast Festival, for the LGBTQIA plus community is so important. It does raise awareness, it does make some changes, and it creates a wave of love, I guess, doesn't it?
Mm. And it's something that's really hard to describe to somebody who hasn't been to picnic, for example, because it's a feeling. And even like what our sponsors say with program launch is that what we create is a sense of belonging and inclusion and love. And that's it's like a vibe, for lack of a better word, right? And so you can't engineer that. It's something that you feel and you can feel it in the room. And our sponsors who are not haven't been in that environment before, but they've been to other program launches or events, are just blown away by that. And you can't, it's so hard to describe because it is a feeling. Um, yeah, and it's really unique.
Tish, you have been doing this job extremely well for the last 3 years. You kicked it off in 2023. I just want to say thank you on behalf of me
Oh,
for doing such an amazing job and really just putting some love, put some good vibes into that community, into the world even. And you don't stop doing what you're doing because you are amazing.
oh, thank you, Marcus. That's very
I
kind and
can't
sweet.
wait to have a feast festival with you that is going to be fabulous and through the roof from the 1st of November to the 23rd of November. Let's get out, celebrate, go and see great arts and entertainment, go and see great shows, movies, all of it. It's the Feast Festival, everyone. We've been speaking to Tish Naughton. Tish, you have a most wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, Marcus. Thanks for having me.